Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you once again for tuning in. Today we're going to be talking about finding the motivation to ride. I'm not talking about, you like, I'm going because I know I need to. I'm talking about feeling good about riding, feeling good about getting prepared and feeling good about getting out there. For the last couple weeks, my daughter had been visiting and I wanted to spend as much time with her as possible. So I wasn't doing any riding. So I hadn't been on a bike for 2 weeks. One of the things that I noticed though was that throughout that 2-week period of time, I didn't feel the desire to ride. It's not like I was missing it or anything like that. And it got me thinking, man, has this ever happened to me before where I don't feel like riding? I don't have the motivation to be able to get out there? Because I mean, let's face it, I usually do my ridings early in the morning. I could have gotten out in the morning and still found plenty of time to spend with her, but I just wasn't feeling it. So the truth is, as much as we enjoy cycling and are passionate about the sport, we don't always feel like it. Of course, we have the love for the sport. I love being outdoors. I love the health benefits of it. But there are times when I don't feel like giving up the warmth of my bed for an early morning ride. And there's certainly times when I don't feel like getting dressed, getting prepared, feeding myself, driving somewhere so that I can ride. Never regretted doing it once I've gotten it done. But the thing is, feeling the love about getting out there today. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share some things that I do and have done over the years to motivate me to ride, or at least to make me feel like wanting to get out of the house. Beginning with number one, purchasing a new item. Now, I'm not unlike a child in this regard. Having something new and shiny to show off or test out can be a great motivator. Obviously, I don't get something new for every ride, but you get the point. New kit makes us look good and feel good. New bibs that we may want to try out the performance of it, a new item for your bike so that you can see if you actually get any performance gains from it. Heck, you don't even have to buy something new. I will oftentimes take one wheel set off of one bike, add it to another bike just to see what type of difference it makes. So something new for your bike or something new can be a great motivator. Number two, ride from home. Loading your bike up in your vehicle can definitely feel like a task. So in this regard, you're going to need to be creative in terms of finding new ways to ride from home to get to whatever the meetup spot is. And I know sometimes that little bit of ride to wherever the ride starts from can feel a little bit sketchy. So explore new routes, be creative, use bike paths and sidewalks if you have to. This is also a great way for you to warm up before the ride. Number three, start a small group. Cycling, especially weekly group rides, can get kind of ruttish. It's the same people, the same route, the same distance, the same pace. You'll be surprised to know that a lot of your cycling friends feel the same way. You know, there are people in your group that you enjoy seeing, you enjoy talking to, and you enjoy the small chats you guys have as you ride along together. Call them up. Get together with those people who are like-minded. Plan a special ride where socializing is the order of the day. Plan a coffee stop along the way, or breakfast post-ride if it's a morning ride, pizza post-ride if it's an evening or a night ride, okay? Number four, do something different, meaning change your discipline. If you're a roadie, try gravel or mountain biking. Or if you want to do something completely different that's not only a change but a challenge, get on a track, find your closest velodrome and get out there and test your mettle on it. If you don't have a velodrome close by, try just riding a fixie. Not a single speed, it's different. There's a completely different challenge with riding a fixie. Find a park or someplace safe where you can take that on, and you'll be surprised at how that can get you excited about cycling all over again. These new ventures can be a lot of fun and can help rekindle that enthusiasm if it's starting to go a little bit flat. Don't let lack of equipment stop you. Any type of bike can be rented from any good concept store, okay? So do something different. Number five, bike travel. Now, it doesn't have to be anything as grandiose as our upcoming trip to Tuscany, but it doesn't need to be an official ride, fondo, or sportif either. I have friends who live in the Orlando area, which for me is a 3 or 4 hour drive, and I will often call them up and plan to go up there and ride with them. Not only am I going to get a different ride in over different terrain, I'm usually going to meet different people and have the potential to start new friendships. But man, traveling with your bike to an awesome exotic destination that's a big plus and can definitely be a great motivator. Okay, so bike travel. Number 6, set a goal and plan it out. Any new milestone will definitely get your juices flowing. Some easy and obvious ones are things like completing your first 50-miler solo, riding a century, moving from the C group to the B group and not get dropped, a climbing goal where you have some sort of elevation gain that you'd like to accomplish, maybe even try for a new average speed on your ride, or set a weekly mileage goal. Whatever it is, write it down and share it with someone who will help you stay on track, but maybe most importantly, will join you in doing those goals, okay? Number 7, lower your expectations. Oftentimes, we beat ourselves up because we feel like we laid an egg on a ride. Maybe you got dropped again. Well, instead of looking at what you haven't done, maybe consider what you have done. Take into account how far you've come, how far you've improved, your fitness gains, how good you feel, how has your body image changed, things that you can do today that you were not able to do a year ago. Shut the screen down on your head unit. Stop obsessing about the numbers. Head units are a great tool, don't get me wrong, but they can also be very discouraging. So yeah, that's a big one. Lower your expectations. And lastly, number 8, because you can. What I'm getting ready to say, I don't say lightly or flippantly. And I get emotional when I think about this, but I have friends that can no longer ride or ride the way they used to. And it could be for any number of reasons. It could be for a medical reason, it could be injury, it could be illness, it could be age. I've learned to approach my days with gratitude, and I'm telling you, the days when I don't have the motivation to ride, I start thinking about those friends that can't do it anymore, and I don't know how to say this, but I feel like I'm getting out there and I'm riding for them, simply because I still can. It kind of like brings things into perspective. So what if you get dropped? So what if the ride is hard? Man, get up, get out anyway. I'm very motivated by some of my elder statesmen and women who continue to ride into their 70s and 80s. Gives me a lot of motivation. I'm 56 years old, but that makes me feel like, man, I'm nowhere near getting ready to hang it out as long as God continues to bless me with good health. So while most people start to wind it down and get sedentary as they get older, cyclists don't have an expiration date. You can keep going as long as you can, even if it's just a ride around the block. So yeah, man, gratitude about being able to do this is a big deal. I don't take anything for granted when it comes to my ability to be able to get out and ride. So those are 8 things that get me motivated that I have used throughout the year to help to rekindle my romance vibe for getting out there and riding the bike. So as always, guys, our aim here on the channel is to inform, instruct, inspire. I'm so thankful that you're tuning in and that you're helping us to grow this channel. As always, guys, though, be blessed.